Alright, everyone, welcome back to part 2 of History of the Legacy Console Editions of Minecraft. Like I said, if I already said it already, this is part 2. I know, pretty crazy. Here's Hacker Man. He's pretty cool. He's pretty popular, I ain't gonna lie, but anyways, here's some facts and stuff about the old Legacy editions. And I'm trying to take some new things into whatever, shut the f. Previously, the simpler term Console Edition was used to refer to these editions on this wiki, but with the release of the Better Together update, 3 of these platforms received an implementation of Bedrock Edition as well. Since it is no longer comprised all implementations for all consoles, the term was amended. Absolutely fantastic. On September 20th, 2017, the Xbox One Edition was withdrawn from the Microsoft Store. In conjunction with the Bedrock Edition's Better Together update, people who owned it were entitled to download the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft for free. Worlds and DLC were intended to be transferable to Bedrock Edition. However, some DLC does not carry over. Users can also continue to play on the Xbox One Edition instead. This also happened on the Nintendo Switch Edition on June 21st, 2018, and PlayStation 4 Edition on December 10th, 2019. Again, some DLC does not transfer on these platforms. Gameplay. The objective of the game remains the same as its Java and Bedrock Edition counterparts, where players can build virtual realities in a sandbox-like environment. There is no present goal. The player may choose to set their own goals. For the most part, Legacy Console Edition is almost identical to Java Edition with few apparent differences, but was released with the Xbox 360 Edition in an earlier version equivalent to Java Edition Beta 1.6.6, rather than the current Java Edition version at the time of release 1.2.5. The Wii U Edition was released with an earlier version equivalent to Java Edition 1.6.4, rather than the current Java Edition version at the time of release 1.8.9. Legacy Console also slowly became more like Bedrock, like movable tile entities being implemented, to prepare for Legacy Console being taken off the market. That's kinda sad, I ain't gonna lie. Differences from Java and Bedrock Edition. Main article, Legacy Console Edition exclusive features. Differences from Java and Bedrock Edition include the game features split screen functionality. A HD TV with a component or HDMI cable is required for split screen play. Split screen functionality works with a VGA connection to a PC monitor as well as an HDMI to DVI cables to a PC monitor. Up to 4 players can play in split screen, as well as the possibility to play 8-person online multiplayer game modes in split screen. Nintendo Switch Edition also supports split screen on the console's own screen, as well as local wireless communications. PlayStation Vita Edition only supports up to 2 to 4 players online and ad hoc support. This was carried over to Bedrock on those platforms, meaning that this is the only difference that remained when the console editions were discontinued and replaced with Bedrock. Pretty sure this was in the other one, but let's bring it back again. The game includes an automatic crafting system where it is not required to place the blocks in the grid. There's an option to use the manual crafting grid from Java Edition as well as Bedrock Edition. Legacy Console Edition includes a version-exclusive tutorial mode. This tutorial leads the player through the basics of digging and placing blocks, crafting, as well as building their first house to survive the night, fishing, enchanting, brewing, and more. The player always begins a new world with an empty map. Pretty cool. On the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and Wii U editions, the world size is limited to 864 by 864 blocks, because the outermost block is unusable on each side of the map. It is effectively 862 by 862 blocks that can be used. The worlds on the Nintendo Switch Edition that can be up to 3072 by 3072 blocks, whereas the Xbox One Edition and PlayStation 4 worlds can be up to 5120 by 5120 blocks. Amazing. This is the longest one. The nether is limited in size, and as a consequence, the overall nether ratio is 1:3. I don't know how to say it. 1:6 in Nintendo Switch Edition compared to the 1:8 in Java Edition. In the PS4 and Xbox One editions, the overworld nether ratio depends on world size. It is 1:3 for both classic and small worlds, 1:6 for medium worlds, and 1:8 for large worlds. The nether is limited to about 288 by 288 blocks for the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii U editions, and is about 512 by 512 blocks for the Nintendo Switch. The end also uses aforementioned sizes on the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii U editions. Only one outer end island can generate, and will always have an end city with the ship. This means that only one elytra per world is obtainable in survival mode. Also, the only method of travel between the main island and the outer island is via the end gateway, due to invisible barriers preventing the player from bridging or flying there. Wow, that was long and pretty hard to read. The takes are pretty hard to do on here. It's whatever. Here, enjoy the rest of the footage by seeing me suck at battle.